today as we head into the weekend of the Emirates Cup. Yes, we were beaten 3-1 by Real Betis in the second game, but we have exciting news with Bruno Guimarães becoming the third Arsenal signing after completing his £75 million deal to Arsenal, becoming one of our most expensive midfield signings and also the fourth Brazilian to play for Arsenal. So this deal is huge news for the Premier League because now Bruno Guimaraes, Declan Rice, Odegaard, Zubamendi, Lewis Kelly, potentially one of the best midfields in Europe and in England. So Bruno Guimaraes is a done deal. Huge excitement across the fan base, and of course, when you look at his aggressiveness, talent, experience, this is a signing that is going to elevate the level, and Arsenal will now be one of the favorites, not if not the favorites, to retain the title. So this is exciting, and Bruno Guimaraes is going to add much experience in the Champions League, in the Premier League, and Newcastle are saying they did not want to sell him. Yeah. So the fact that they didn't want to sell him means that Bruno is the one who pushed for the move to come to Arsenal. So good job by Arteta and also Edu by ensuring that Bruno Guimaraes comes to the London Emirates Stadium to join Arsenal. So this deal was lagging for some time. Fans were asking, was it going to happen? What was going wrong behind the scenes? But now finally we have gotten him in at £75 million in this market. It looks cheap because Arsenal were not going to pay 100 million. It was not going to happen. So Andrea Bata just was patient, keeping calm and ensuring that Arsenal got their man. Then in other news, Kogalo lost in the Kagame Cup finals. So commiserations to Gor Mahia, but they really tried, went into extra time versus Ryan Sport. So Ryan Sport carried the day in the Kagame Cup. So aside from the Kagame Cup, Arsenal will be playing in the Emirates Cup. So this is the traditional curtain raiser for Arsenal, where we face either teams that are chosen. Nice corner. It will be Borussia Dortmund who will be facing. So these are some of the goals in the Emirates Cup that we have scored in previous season. So like this last season we faced Atletico Bilbao, where we managed to beat them 3-0, courtesy of goals by Gyökeres, Havertz. So this is a chance to get a piece of silver, chance for the Emirates faithful to see the team for the first time in London, and also just the good vibes, the positivity, and I believe this is where Bruno Guimaraes will be unveiled on Sunday. He will be now unveiled to the crowd after completing the move. I believe the medical is now done, contract has been signed, so Bruno has been given the number 39. He loves the number 39. I think it was a story that he had of how his grandfather used to take him to training, and his grandfather was a taxi guy, and the route he was flying was 39. So that is the reason why Bruno loves the number 39. Yeah, so we'll be having Bruno 39, Zubamendi 36, you have Skelly 49, you have Rice with the 41, Merino 23. So all our midfielders like basketball numbers. And of course, if you look at the size of these players, this means that Arsenal will be one of the most physical teams in the league. Remember, we were one of the most dangerous teams in set pieces in the Premier League. Now adding Guimaraes and Zolis, yeah, that means now we will be even more dangerous in set pieces, physicality, but then there will be a mixture of technicality as well with Zolis, with Odegaard, these players who can control the games and use their skill set instead of their physicality, because that is where football is now heading. If you look at the state of play. The teams with technical players, they are the ones who are winning. So facing Borussia Dortmund will be a very good test. And of course, I expect Arsenal to win. My prediction, I'm going to go with 2-0 to Arsenal. I believe we are going to beat Borussia Dortmund. We will not make many changes, and I don't think there will be a lot of academy players who will be playing. So moving on, let's check out the goal so they can show you the technicality. I'm saying Christoph Zulis scoring, assisting his first goal, and this was a fantastic delivery into the box. Yeah, meaning set pieces will be a weapon again next season. Yeah, we are not going to stop. Last season we scored the most goals from corner kicks. I believe it was 19 goals. Yeah, so trying to chase the record again. Maybe you can get 20 goals from corner kicks. Yeah, meaning that we will be having like a 20 goal striker. Yeah, so that's all we need to understand. So Zolis with his first assist in the game, although it was a disappointing performance, especially by Kepa. We expected better from the goalkeeper, but looks like now this game is past us. We'll be moving on now to the Emirates Cup. So plenty of good vibes as well. So this is the game we played 9th of August, Sunday. Then in the other news, Vinicius Jr. signed the new deal up to 2031. So meaning Arsenal tried their best to get him, but it looks like Real Madrid were not prepared to let a player of that level to leave the club. Yeah. So and also, as I said, Vinicius Jr. loves Madrid. It was a very difficult deal to pursue. So Vinicius Jr. will be staying at Real Madrid, meaning Arsenal will now have to look at other options. Will they go for Bacola? Will they go for Julian Alvarez? Will they go for Yildiz? There has also been talks of links with Iliman Ndiaye of Everton. Yeah, so that left-hand side is also a priority for Arsenal to look for another winger. Now that Vinicius Jr., the saga is over, and fans are right to be disappointed because he was using Arsenal to get a new deal, and that was what we were all expecting. He was using Arsenal to get a new deal, but now Real Madrid gave him an offer that he could not resist. So meaning Arsenal will be turning to other targets, and one of the names I've heard is Ferran Torres. So there are rumors that Ferran Torres just
towards Gabriel.
yeah, so there are rumors that Ferran Torres, Arsenal are circling around him. In PSG are the favorites to land Ferran Torres, the World Cup winner, who scored in the final. So Arsenal looking at options now that Vinicius Jr. is gone. So Ferran Torres also, there's a possibility he might join Arsenal, but we are yet to see. So far so good. Arsenal getting their man Bruno G. Yeah, will be very interesting to see now the other targets that we go for. I'm also hearing that Arsenal are interested in Ezri Konsa in that defensive department. Arsenal had previously bid 40 million pounds for the 28-year-old. So we are looking for cover for William Saliba, because as you all know, William Saliba is a very good defender. Yeah, William Saliba is one of the best defenders in Europe. So we are going to feel an impact. If he's going to be out for a long time, we are yet to know, but looking like 4 to 6 months with the back injury. And if you look at the win rate with Saliba is usually higher. When he's in the team, we usually tend to win more games when he's out than when he's out of the team. And one of the reasons why we bottled the league in 22-23 is because Saliba got injured in that 22-23 season. So we had to now rely on Holding, who is not at that level. So we need to get a replacement that is fit enough to cover for Saliba. So there also talks of Christian Romero, but because of his Tottenham DNA, I don't think Arsenal will go for him. It will cause so much chaos, and also seeing the rivalry between Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur, I don't think Romero will be a viable option for Arsenal. So he might be going to Atletico Madrid as well. But Ezri Konsa, that is a deal to watch. Will Arsenal pay 60 million pounds? I don't think so. Arsenal usually like to do deals on their own terms. So you can see there is Vinicius 2032. Yeah. So that's a long-term deal. He will be staying at Real Madrid, and given that length of contract, it looks like he wants to become a Madrid legend. Yeah, he wants to become one of their best ever players, after the likes of Cristiano, Benzema. Yeah, so looking forward to the weekend to see the Emirates Cup, of course, the curtain raiser. Then we'll go and face Fabregas coming back to the Emirates. So very exciting game to see our level, to see where we are as a team, and of course to see the new faces that have arrived. So it looks like Bruno G also will be available to play in the Emirates Cup. So Unas, over to you. Give me your predictions. How excited are you about Bruno Guimarães? Because this is going to be scary for the Premier League, of course. And if Rodri goes to Barcelona, as it's looking like Rodri might join Barcelona, I believe now Arsenal will have the best midfielders in the Premier League. Because for me, Rodri is the best midfielder in the world. So if he goes to Barcelona or Real Madrid, now I believe it will be Declan Rice who will be now the best midfielder in the league. So if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, share, and thank you for supporting this channel as we grow step by step. Can't wait for the season to start. We need to get going. We need to get the first 3 points against Coventry on the table. And the advantage is that we are playing fast, so putting pressure already from the first game. We need to put pressure on the rivals that also want to win the Premier League. Any team can win the Premier League, but of course Arsenal looking like the clear favorites due to the stability of the team. The manager has been there. There have been plenty of changes in the league for managers. So it will be a very interesting season. Can't wait for it. But let's now focus on the Emirates Cup against Borussia Dortmund. Hopefully we win. Hopefully we get another left winger and defender. I would prefer fullback because of Ben White and Timber injuries. If you can get a fullback, another left winger, and maybe sell some of the deadwood. Yeah, we like to see some of the deadwood going at the likes of Reece Nelson, Fabio Vieira. Yeah, so that we can rejuvenate the squad with fresh players and talent. Yeah, because that is what a big club does, a champion club does. So the Arsenal Pulse, see you in the next one. Peace out. Subscribe.